Hey, this is 春天了. Welcome to the Livestream, Chapter 4, Part 3. And today we are going to go over Chapter 1, 2, and 3. And also, I'm going to share again the song, My Little Pearl, the Song of the Family, my own composition based on the Nobel Prize winner's masterpiece Pearl by John Steinbeck. And this is 春天了. I'm the best-selling author and a visionary leader in the world of music and art. And let's go over the chapter 1 first. In chapter 1, we met Kino, his wife, Juana, and his baby son, Coyotito. And at the very beginning, they live in a very quiet village near the sea. Very simple life with the dignity and a good reputation. And the family will live with love, dignity, and hope despite they have very little wealth. However, the tragedy struck. The scorpion crawled down the rope and stung baby Coyotito. The family rushed to see the doctor, rushed to seek the help from the doctor. The couple rushed to seek the help from the doctor, but the doctor refused to treat the baby because they are poor. They have no money because they don't have money. This chapter introduces one of the major themes of the novel, the difference between wealth and poverty. The difference between wealth and poverty, the family had love, however, but the society valued money. Let me check. Okay. Welcome to John. Comment in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is your local time? You're truly Todd. Hey, nice to see you. Welcome to John. And I remember you. I'm very happy to see you again. Just now I reviewed the chapter 1, what the chapter 1 talk about. We met Todd. No, it's a matter talk about you. You're truly Todd. We met Kino, Juana, and their baby son, and they live a simple life near the sea, and but the tragedy struck this family. The scorpion crawled down the rope and stung the baby son, Coyotito. And the family, the couple, rushed to seek help from the doctor. But the doctor refused to treat the baby son, Coyotito, because they are poor. And the story introduce one of the theme of the novel. One of the theme is the difference between the poverty and the wealth. The difference between the poverty and the wealth. And the family, and they have love. The family has had love, but the society value the money. Okay, any question for chapter 1? Any question for chapter 1? Comment in the chat, where are you watching from and what is your local time? Welcome, subscribe, share, comment, and like. Now I'm going to sing my original song. My Little Pro. Ready? So this is my own composition because when something good, Kino's head is going to sing. When anything happen, Kino's head will sing different song. So when they leave the quiet village near the sea, Kino's head sing the song of the family, and Juana sing My Little Pearl. Okay, so I'm going to sing my own composition here. Ready? Okay, now I'm going to sing My Little Pearl. And Kino's head sing the song of the family, and My Little Pearl. Okay, ready? Ready? Now I'm going to sing it. Sleep, little one, close to my heart. Safe it's a night, warm in the sun. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guards your dream, winds gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Loved from the first, love evermore. Ah, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, 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 safe and warm. Sea and the sky, what you know. Hearts and hold you close. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, my little pro. So this is my own composition. My little pro. Another name is Song of the Family. So that is amazing song, just like a lullaby. The reason I compose like this song's melody is simple as a lullaby. We don't need to compose very complex and, or emotional song. So the goal is peaceful, quiet, and very soft and gentle. Okay. And the lyrics of the song is sleep, little one, close to my heart, safe in the night, warm in my song. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guards your dream, winds gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love everyone, evermore. Ahaha, sleep, my child. Ahaha, safe and warm. Sea and sky watch you now. Heart and home hold you close. Ahaha, Dream and grow, ahaha, my little pearl. That's a very simple and a beautiful song. And comment in the chat, where are you watching from and what is your local time? And just now I shared the song, My Little Pearls, or another name is the Song of the Family. Any questions? Now, let's go over. Let me sing the song again. My Little Pearl, it is a lullaby song. I see people join. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is your local time? And don't forget, subscribe, share, comment, and like. Okay, I'm going to sing it again. Sleep, little one, close to my heart. Safe in the night, warm in thy shell. Sea whispers low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream, winds gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear, loved from the first, love evermore. Ah, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, 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 sleep, my warm. Sea and sky, what you know, heart and home, hold you close. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, my little pearl. So that is the song, My Little Pearl. And welcome to join, and welcome to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Now let's move to chapter 2. And one more question. The family had a law. How the society? But society valued money. Now, chapter 2. Kino and Juana went diving for pearl. They hoped to find something valuable enough to pay for the treatment to provide better future. Then something extraordinary happened. Kino discovered the greatest pearl in the world he had ever seen, the pearl of the world. At that moment, a new song appeared in his mind, the song of maybe. Also, I just want to come back to chapter 1. When the problem happened, Kino's head will sing the song of the enemy and the song of evil. So I make up this one. So you might wonder why I composed a song called The Song of the Enemy and the Song of the Evil. Why and how the song, the name, come up like this. It is because Kino's mind always sing something different. When something good, it's a song of the family and my little pearl. When something bad, the song of the enemy and the song of evil. Okay, and in chapter 2, at that moment, a new song appeared in his head, the song of maybe. Maybe call you Tito. So there's lots of dream. They want to have a better life. The song of maybe is a music of dream and possibility. So maybe Coyotito could go to school. Maybe they could marry in the church. Maybe they could buy new clothes. Maybe they could live differently. Maybe future could change. The song of the maybe is the music of the dream and the possibility. So maybe song full of the hope, anticipation, possibility, and uncertain. Okay. So maybe song it is inspired by Kino's hope, dream, imagination, anticipation. Okay, so when I wrote a song, I imagine standing beside the sea and looking forward a bright future. When I wrote this song, I imagine I stand beside the sea and look forward toward a brighter future. Any questions? Any questions? Now, let's move to chapter 3. Chapter 3. The pearl has been discovered, and now the news begins to spread everywhere. And the whole town hears about it. Men and women, boys and girls. The doctor heard about it. The priest heard about it. The shopkeeper heard about it, hears about it. And the pearl buyer heard about it. Everyone heard about it. What is interesting is that many people are suddenly interested in Kino's future. But are they really interested in Kino? Or are they just interested in the pearl? That is one of the questions we need to explore today. After Kino found the pearl, are the people in the town interested in Kino? Or they are interested in the pearl? Comment in the chat. What are they interested in? In Kino or in the pearl? Come in the chat and welcome to join. Welcome to join. Don't forget subscribe, share, comment, and like. After Kino found the pearl, will the people in the town interested in Kino, or they are interested in the pearl? Comment in the chat. Comment in the chat. Okay, so now let's review chapter 3. As we review, pay attention how people react to the pearl. How great began to appear. How great began to appear. How dream can attract danger. How dream attract danger, and how the song may be start to mix with other thing. Okay, notice that Kino's discovery changed not only his own life, but also it changed the behavior of everyone around him. The pearl becomes like a mirror. It reveals what is already hidden. It reveals what is already hidden inside people's heart. Let's pause for discussion. A question for everyone and you. If you suddenly found a treasure that could change your life, who would you tell the first? Would you keep it a secret? Or would you share the news? Would you keep it as a secret? Or would you share the news with the other people? Please share your thought in the chat. Another question. Do you think people in Kino's town are happy for him? Or are they already think about what they can gain? Or are they already thinking about what they can gain? Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Now I would like to return to my own original composition, the time we will sing the song of the family. As you listen, imagine Kino's simple and happy life. Imagine the peaceful family near the sea. Imagine they live with the dignity, with the happiness. Okay, so today we review. So again, welcome to John. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from, and what is your local time? And also, have you ever read the noveler The Pearls by John Steinbeck? So thank you for joining the chapter 4, part 3. So just now we have already reviewed chapter 1, 2, and 3. We explore the meaning of the Song of Maybe, Song of Family, My Little Pearl, and the Song of Enemy, and the Song of Evil. And also we see how the news of the pearl spread, throughout the town. And it's amazing story. And thank you so much for supporting literature, music, creativity, and learning. Again, thank you for supporting literature, music, literature, music, creativity, and learning. And this is 春天了 and I hope you enjoy it and keep creating and keep believing your dream. Any questions? Okay, now we are going to move to chapter 4. So we're going to talk about the chapter 4, review the chapter 4 we have learned. Welcome to join. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from? And what your local time? Just review the chapter 1, 2, and 3 of the Nobel Prize winner's masterpiece, Prose by John Steinbeck. And come in the chat. Where are you watching from? And don't forget, subscribe, share, comment, and like. Chapter 4, and also I'm the best-selling author and a visionary leader in the world of music and art. I compose music, I sing my own song, I'm a soprano. And today we continue our journey literature, music, creativity, and learning journey through the Pearl by John Steinbeck. And before we move chapter 4, I'm going to review chapter 3, what happened. The news of Kino's great pearl spread throughout the town. People had never paid much attention to Kino, suddenly become interested in him. The doctor came to visit. The priest thought about the church wedding. The bookkeeper imagined what Kino might buy. The pearl buyer began thinking about profit. Everyone seemed interested in Kino's future, but in reality, many were interested in the pearl itself. Chapter 3 teaches us an important lesson. When people had nothing, they are often ignored. But when they suddenly gain wealth or opportunity, many people appear around them. Some may truly care. Others may only care about what they can gain. We also saw the beginning of danger. Kino started dreaming a better life for his family, but at the same time, great envy and temptation began surround him again. Great envy, competition began surround him. The pearl brought hope, but it also attracted darkness. And chapter 3 asks an important question. Can great wealth bring happiness, or can it bring trouble? Today we are going to continue chapter 4. You will see what happens when Kino tried to sell the pearl. He believed the pearl will help his family build a better life. But will the world treat him fairly? Who will honesty and justice reveal? Or will powerful people try to take advantage of him? As we read today, pay attention on the theme of fear, power, greed, and human dignity. Pay attention on the fairness, power, dignity, and greed. These themes are still relevant in our world today. And let's continue chapter 4. Before we continue chapter 4, I see people join. Welcome to join. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. And share with us where are you watching from and what is your local time. Now I'm going to share the chapter 3. The song My Little Pearl in chapter 1. Any questions? Now I'm going to share the song again before we move to chapter 4. Sleep, little one, close to my heart, safe in the night, warm in my shawl. Sea whisper low, stars softly shed. Moon guides your dream, with gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Ah, ha, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, ah, ha, 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 safe and warm. Sea and sky, what you know. Heart and home, hold you close. Ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha, my little pearl. So that's My Little Pearl that I composed the song for chapter 1 when Kino sing the song in his head. Now, let's move to chapter 4. And chapter 4 is one of the most important chapters in the novel. The main theme, exploitation of poor. Kino believed the pearl has great value, but the pearl buyer worked together to cheat him. Steinbeck showed how system of power can be used against ordinary people. Main theme, awakening. For the first time, Kino begins to realize that the world may not be fair. He starts questioning the people and the institute around him. Next main theme, dream versus reality. The pearl represents hope and a dream. Chapter 4 showed how difficult it can be turn dream into reality when powerful people control the role. Next main theme, independence. At the end of the character, Kino make an important decision. Instead of accepting what others tell him, he chooses to take control of his own future. A good discussion question for you is if someone offer you much less than you believe something was worth, would you accept the offer or take the risk of seeking a better opportunity elsewhere. Okay, so now it's time to move to chapter 4. So right now we are in chapter 4. So before we go to the chapter 4, I'm going to go over the one, the last live stream, we go over it already, the last one, so that we can connect the previous section to the future one, okay? Better pearls are made of paste. He said, I know these things. This is soft and chalky. It will lose its color and die in a few months. Look, he offered the glass to Kino, showed him how to use it, and Kino, who had never seen a pearl's surface magnified, was shocked at the strange-looking surface. So they cheat Kino. Okay? Did you notice the pearl buyer tried to cheat Kino? Did you notice it? Did you notice it? Okay, now let's move to the next. The third dealer took the pearl from Kino's hand. One of my clients like such things, he said. I will offer 500 peso and perhaps I can sell it to my client for 600. So they pushed down the price. Kino reached quickly and snatched the pearl from his hand. He wrapped it in a deer skin and thrust it inside his shirt. So snatched. 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 Snatched means here to quickly seize in a rude or eager way. Rude way. Get it back. Snatch the pearl from his hand and wrap it in a deer skin and thrust it inside his shirt. Thrush it into his shirt. Thrust it inside the shirt. Thrust, push, something or someone suddenly and violently in specific decision. And thrust it, push it inside his shirt. The man beside the desk said, I am a fool. I know, but my first offer stand. I still offer 1,000. What are you doing? He asked, as Kino thrust the pearl out of the sight. As Kino thrust the pearl out of the sight, I am cheated. Kino cried fiercely. Fiercely. What does fiercely mean? Fiercely in a savagely violent or aggressive manner. Fiercely aggressive manner. My pearl is not for sure here. I will go, perhaps even to the capital. He wants to go to the capital. Let's go over this again. Kino reached quickly and snatched the pearl from his hand. He wrapped it in a deerskin and thrust it inside his shirt. The man behind the desk said, I'm a fool. I know, but my first offer stands. I still offer 1,000. What are you doing? He asked as Kino thrust the pearl out of the sight. Out of the sight, cannot see, okay? I'm cheated. Kino cried fiercely. My pearl is not for sale here. I will go, perhaps even to the capital. Okay, so it's really hard situation. Now the dealer glanced quickly at one another. They knew they had played too hard. They knew they would be disciplined for their failure. And the man at the desk said quickly, I might go to 1,500. But Kino was pushing his way through the crowd. The hum of talk came to him dimly. His rich blood pounded in his ear. And he burst through and struck away. Juana followed, trotting after him. Stroke. Walk with long, decisive steps in a specific direction. Long. Okay, so walk with long, decisive step in a specific direction. Juana followed, trotting after him. Trotting after him. Trotting. Trotting. Trotting, another term for harness racing. Trot, and walk and run. Walk quickly, just walk quickly, trot. So here, proceed or cause to proceed at a pace faster than a walk, faster than a quick walk, faster than a walk, lifting each diagonal pairs of leg alternatively. Trot. Faster than a walk. Let's go over it again. Now the dealer glanced quickly at one another. They knew they had played too much. They knew they would be disciplined for their failure. And the man at the desk said quickly, I might go to 1,500, but Kino was pushing his way through the crowd. The hum of talk came to him dimly. His rich blood pounded in his ear, and he burst through and struck away. Juana followed, trotting after him. Trotting after him. When the evening came, the neighbor in the brush house sat eating their corn cake and beans, and they discussed the great theme of the morning. They did not know it seems a fine pearl to them. But they had never seen such a pearl before. And surely the dealer knew more about the value of the pearl than they. And marked this. And marked this. They said, those dealers did not discuss these things. Each of the three knew the pearl was valueless. But suppose they had arranged it before. If that is so, then all of us has been cheated all of our lives. Okay, now I'm going to go over this again. When the evening came, the neighbor in the brush house sat eating their corn cakes and beans, and they discussed the great theme of the morning. They did not know it seems a fine pearl to them, but they had never seen such pearls before. And surely the dealer knew more about the value of the pearl than they. And mark this, they said. Those dealers did not discuss these things. Each of them three knew the pearl was valueless, but suppose they had arranged it before. If that is so, then all of us had been cheated all of our lives. So they feel they are cheated. They feel they are cheated. They might realize they are cheated. What do you think? What do you think? RAO, Hi, 早上好. Oh, nice to see you. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from? And what is your local time? Welcome to join. Don't forget subscribe, share, comment, and like. Now let's move on. Again, hi, Rao. Is that Rao? RAO, Rao B3. 早上好. Good morning. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Now let's move to the next. Perhaps some argued, perhaps it would have been better if Kino took the 1,500 pesos. That is a great deal of money, more than he had ever seen. Maybe Kino is being a pig-headed fool. Suppose he should really go to the capital and find no buyer for his pearl. He would never leave that town. He would never leave that town. And now, said other fearful one, now that he had defied them, those buyers will not want to deal with them at all. Maybe Kino was cut off his own head and destroyed himself. Defied. Defied, openly resist and refuse to obey. Openly resist and refuse to obey. Openly resist and refuse to obey. Openly refused, okay? Openly refuse to obey. Now that he had defied them, those buyers will not want to deal with him at all. Maybe Kino was cut off his own head. Cut off his own head and destroy himself. Okay? And others said, Kino is a brave man and a fierce man. He is right. From the courage we may all profit. From his courage we may all profit. These were proud of Kino. Okay, let's go over here. Perhaps some argued, perhaps it would have been better if Kino took the 1,500 pesos. That is a great deal of money, more than he had ever seen. Maybe Kino is being a pig-headed fool. Suppose he should really go to the capital and find no buyer for his pearl. He would never leave that town. And now, said other fearful one, now that he had defied them, those buyers will not want to deal with him at all. Maybe Kino has cut off his own head and destroyed himself. And others said, Kino is a brave man and a fierce man. He's right. From his courage we may all profit. They were proud of Kino. Okay, so let's move to the next. Think about it, what other people think about it. What happened? The fearful man. What happened on the fearful man? The fearful man. Now let's move to the next. I start sweating. So scared. Okay, in his house, Kino squatted on his sleeping mat. Brooding, brooding. What does brooding mean? Brooding. Brooding, showing deep unhappiness of thought. Brooding, brooding, brooding. In his house, Kino squatted on his sleeping mat, brooding. He had buried his pearls under a stone of the fire hole in his house, and he stared at the woven tools of his sleeping mat until the cross design danced in his head. Tools, tools. He had buried his pearls under a stone of fire holes in his house, and he stared at the woven tools of his sleeping mat until the crossed design danced in his head. He had lost one world, and he had not gained another. And Kino was afraid. Never in his life had he been far from home. Never in his life had been far from home. He was afraid of stranger and of strange place. He was terrified of that monsters of strangeness they called the capital. It lay over the water and through the mountain. It lay over the water and through the mountain, over 1,000 miles, and every strange, terrible mile was frightening. But Kino had lost his old world, and he must clambered on to a new one. Clambered. Clambered means climb. He lost the old one, he clambered on a new one. Any questions? Kenji, 2003. Welcome to John. And come in the chat. Where are you watching from? And what is your local time? Kenji, nice to meet you. Clambered, climb. Clambered, climb. But Kino had lost his old world. He must clambered on to a new one. For his dreams of the future was real and never to be destroyed. And he had said, I will go. And that made a real thing too. To determine to go and to say it was to be halfway there. So he decided to go to the capital. Let's go to this paragraph again, review the paragraph again to see what it talk about. In his house, Kino squatted on his sleeping mat, brooding. He had buried his pearl under a stone of the fire hole. In his house, and he stared at the woven tools of his sleeping mat until the crossed design danced in his head. He had lost one word and had not gained another, and Kino was afraid never in his life had been far from home. He was afraid of strangers and of a strange place. He was terrified of that monsters of strangeness they called the capital. It lay over the water and through the mountain, over 1,000 miles, and every strange, terrible miles was frightening. But Kino had lost his old world, and he must clamber onto a new one, for his dreams of future was real and never to be destroyed. And he had said, I will go. And that made a real thing too. To determine to go and to say it was to be halfway there. So he decided to go. He decided to go. He decided to go. He decided to go. Hi Kenji. Welcome to join again. Okay, next one. Let's move to the next. Juana watched him while he buried his pearls, and she watched him while she cleaned Coyotito and nursed him. And Juana made the corn cake for supper. Hu and Thomas came in and squatted down beside Kino and remained silent for a long time, until at last Kino demanded, What else could I do? They are cheats. Juan Thomas nodded gravely. He was the elder, and Kino looked to him for wisdom. It is hard to know, he said. We do know that we are cheated from birth to overcharged. To the overcharged on our coffin. But we survive. You have defied not the pearl buyer, but the whole structure, the whole way of life, and I am afraid for you. Okay, let's go to this paragraph again. Juana watched him while he buried his pearl, and he watched him while he cleaned Coyotito and nursed him. And Juana made the corn cake for supper. Juan Thomas came in and squatted down beside Kino and remained silent for a long time, until at last Kino demanded, What else could I do? They are cheats. Juan Thomas nodded gravely. Gravely. What does gravely mean? Gravely is to agree that give cause for alarm in serious or calm manner. nodded gravely, seriously. He was the elder, and Kino looked to him for wisdom. It is hard to know, he said. We do know that we are cheated from birth to overcharge on our coffin. Coffin? What does coffin mean? A long, narrow box, typically of wood, in which a corpse is buried or cremated. Okay. But we survive. You have defied not the pearl spire, but the whole structure, the whole way of life, and I am afraid for you. I am afraid for you. Now the next. What have I to fear but starvation? What have I to fear but starvation? What have I to fear but starvation? Kino said, but Huan Thomas shook his head slowly. He shook his head slowly. That we must all fear. But suppose you are correct, suppose your pearl is of great value. Do you think then the game is over? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know, said Huan Thomas. But I am afraid for you. It's a new ground you are walking on. You do not know the way. I will go soon, said Kino. Yes, Huan Thomas agreed that you must do. But I wonder if you will find it any different in the capital. But I wonder if you will find any difference in the capital. Here, you have a friend and me, your brother. There, you will have no one. Okay, let's go over this again. I don't know, said Huan Thomas, but I am afraid for you. It is new ground you are walking on. You do not know the way. I will go soon, said Kino. Yes, Huan Thomas agreed that you must do, but I wonder if you will find it any different in the capital. Here you have friends and me and your brother. There you will have no one. So, no friend there. The next. What can I do? Kino cried. Some deep outrage is here. My son must have a chance. That is what they are striking at. My friend will protect me. Okay, let's see what it talk about. What can I do? Kino cried. Some deep outrage. Outrage is here. Outrage. What does outrage mean? So outrage here. So which meaning fit for this one? Anger, insult, outrage, angry. So what does outrage here mean? So here outrage can say is unfair, angry is unfair. Something outrageous here, my son must have a chance. That is what they are striking at. That is what they are striking at. He want to have a fear, okay? That is what they are striking at. My friend will protect me. Only so long as they are not in danger or discomfort from it, said Juan Thomas. He arose, saying, "Go with God." And Kino said, "Go with God," and did not even look up, for the world had a strange chill in them. Okay, let's go over again. What can I do? Kino cried, some deep outrages here. My son must have a chance, that is what they are striking at. My friend will protect me only so long as they are not in danger or discomfort from it, said Juan Thomas. He arose, saying, "Go with God." And Kino said, "Go with God," and did not even look up, for the world had a strange chill in them. Now let's go to the next and see what happened. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? And welcome to John. And welcome to John. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is your local time? And don't forget, subscribe, share, comment, and like. And welcome to John. Let's see what come the first. Okay, let's move to the next. Long after Juan Thomas had gone, Long after Juan Thomas had gone, Kino sat brooding, think deeply, without happiness. On his sleeping mat, a lethargy had settled on him. Lethargy, a lack of energy and enthusiasm. It's like a little tired, lack of energy, lethargy. A lethargy has settled on him and a little grey hopelessness. Every road seems blocked against him. In his head, he heard only the dark music of enemy. His senses were burningly alive, but his mind went back to the deep participation. Oh, his senses were burningly alive, but his mind went back to deep participation with all things. The gift he had from his people. Okay. His mind went back to the deep participation with all things and the gift had from his people. He heard every little sound of the gathering night. The sleepy complaint of settling bird. The sleepy complaint of settling bird. The loud agony of cat. Agony. Agony. Extreme physical or mental suffering. The love agony. So when the cat in their love period, love agony, the strike and withdrawal of little wave. The strike and withdrawal of little waves on the beach, and the simple hiss of distance. And he could smell sharp odor of exposed kelp from the receding tide. Kelp. What does kelp mean? A large brown seaweed that typically has a long, tough stalk with a broad front divided into stripes. Some kinds grow to a very large size from underwater forests that support a large population of animals. Kelp. Kelp is large brown seaweed that typically has a long, tough stalk. Okay. And he could smell the sharp odor of exposed kelp from the receding tide. Receding tide. Receding, go or move back, or further away from previous position. Move back. And he could smell the sharp odor of exposed kelp from the receding tide. The little flare of twig fire. The little flare of the twig. Twig is a slender, woody shoot growing from a branch or stem of a tree or shrub. A slender, woody shoot growing from a branch or stem of a tree or shrub. The little flare of the twig fire make the design on his sleeping. make the design on his sleeping mat jump before his entranced eye. Okay, let me go over this again. Long after Huan Thomas had gone, Kino sat brooding on his sleeping mat. A lethargy had settled on him, and a little grey hopelessness. Every road seems blocked against him. In his head, he heard only the dark music of the enemy. His sons were burningly alive, but his mind went back to the deep participation with all things, the gift he had from his people. He heard every little sound of the gathering night. The sleep complaint of settling bird, the love agony of cat, and the strike and withdrawal of little waves on the beach, and the simple hiss of distance, and he could smell the sharp odor and odor of exposed kelp from receding tide. The little flare of twig fire made the design on his sleeping mat jump before his entrance eyes. Okay, now the next. Huan watched him with worry. Juana watched him with worry, but she knew him and she knew she could help him best by being silent and by being near. And as though she too could hear the sound of evil, she fought it, singing softly the melody of the family, of the safety and warmth and the wholeness of the family. She held Coyotito in her arm and sung a song to him to keep the evil out, and her voice was brave against the threats of the dark music. Let's read this again. Juana watched him with worry, but she knew him and she knew she could help him by being silent and by being near, and as though she too could hear the sound of evil, she fought it, singing softly the melody of the family, of the safety and the warmth and the wholeness of the family. She had a coyotito in her arms, and sung the song to him to keep the evil out, and her voice was brave again against the threat of the dark music. The next. Any questions? Any questions? Now let's move to the next. It's really painful. When I'm here, I feel really painful. Kino did not move nor ask for her supper. She knew he could ask when he wanted. His eye were entrant. His eye was entrant. Entrant. What does entranced mean? entranced, entranced, filled with wonder and delight, hold their entire attention. Entranced. His eyes were entranced, and he could sense the worry. Worry, weary, weary. Feeling and showing caution about possible danger and problem. Weary. His eyes were entranced, entranced. Entranced. His eyes were entranced, and he could sense it weary. Watchful, watchful evil outside the brush house. He could feel the dark creeping things waiting for him to go out into the night. It was shadowy and dreadful. And yet it called to him and threatened to him and challenged him. His right hand went into his shirt and felt his knife. His eyes were wide. He stood up and walked to the doorway. Okay, let's read this again. Kino did not move nor ask for his supper. She knew he could ask when he wanted it. His eyes were entranced, and he could sense the worry. Watchful evil outside the brush house, he could feel the dark, creeping things waiting for him to go out into the night. It was showy and dreadful, and yet it called to him and threatened him and challenged him. His right hand went into his shirt and felt his knife. His eyes were wide. He stood up and walked to the doorway. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. Joanna willed to stop him. He raised her hand to stop him, and her mouth opened with terror. For a long moment, Kino looked out into the darkness, and then he stepped outside. Joanna heard the little rush, the grunting struggle, the blow. She froze with terror for a moment, and then her lips drew back from her teeth, like cat lip. She sat Coyotito down on the ground. She seized a stone from the fireplace, seized. seized, take hold of sudden and forcefully. He seized the stone from the fireplace and rushed outside, but it was over by then. Kino lay on the ground, struggling to rise, and there was no one near him. Only the shadow and the strike. Only the shadow and the strike and the rush of wave, and the hiss of distance. But the evil was all about, hidden behind the brush fence, crouched beside the house. Crouched beside the house in the shadow, hovering in the air. Let's go to this paragraph again. When Anna willed to stop him, he raised her hand to stop him, and her mouth opened with terror. For a long moment, Kino looked out into the darkness, and then he stepped outside. Anna heard the little rush, then grunting. Grunting of an animal, especially a pig, make a low, short, guttural sound. Make a low sound, okay? The gruntling struggle, the blow, he froze with terror for a moment, and her lips drew back from her teeth like a cat's lip. She sat coitito down on the ground. He seized a stone from the fireplace and rushed outside. But it was over by then. Kino lay on the ground, struggling to rise, and there was no one near him, only the shadows and the strike and the rush of wave and hiss of distance. But the evil was all about, hidden behind the brush, fierce, crouched beside the house in the shadow, hovering in the air. Hovering in the air. Anna dropped her stone, and she put her arm around Kino and helped him to his feet. And support him into the house. Blood oozed down. Oozed. Our flood slowly trickled and seeped out of something, flow in a very gradual way. Oozed. Blood oozed down from his scalp. Scalp, the skin covered the head, excluding the face. Scalp. And there was a long, deep cut in his cheek. From ear to chin, a deep bleeding slash. Bleeding slash. Cut with a violent, sweeping movement. typically using a knife or sword. Cut, with a violent sweeping movement. Cut. Slash. A deep bleeding slash, and Kino was only half conscious. He shook his head from side to side. Her shirt was torn open, and his clothes was half pulled off. Juana sat him down on his sleeping mat, and she wiped the thickening blood from his face with her skirt. She brought him pork. Pork, a Mexican alcoholic drink made by fermenting sap from the mangan. Pork brought him pork to drink in a little pitcher. A large container, typically earthenware, glass, or plastic, with a handle and a lip used for holding and pouring liquid. Pitcher. Okay. And still, he shook his head to clear out the darkness. Let me go over this again. Juana dropped her stone, and she put her arms around Kino and helped him to his feet and supported him into the house. Blood oozed down from his scalp, and there was a long, deep cut in his cheek from ear to chin, a deep bleeding slash. And Kino was only half conscious. He shook his hand from side to side. His shirt was torn open, and his clothes were half pulled off. Juana sat him down on his sleeping mat, and she wiped the thickening blood from his face with her skirt. She brought him pork to drink in a little pitcher, and still he shook the head to clear out the darkness. Okay. Who? Juana asked. I don't know, Kino said. I didn't see. Now Juana brought her clay pot of water, and she washed the cut on his face while she stared dazed ahead of him. Dazed. What does dazed mean? Dazed. Dazed. Unable to think or react properly. Dazed. Bewildered. Dazed. Dazed. Now Juana brought her clay pot of water, and she washed the cut on his face while she stared dazed ahead of him. Kino, my husband, she cried, and his eyes stared past her. Kino, can you hear me? I hear you, he said, dully, dully. Dully in a matter that lack of interest or excitement. The other way is in a slow, weighted, or stupid manner. Okay, stupid manner. Said Dolly, Kino, this pearl is evil. Let us destroy it before it destroys us. Let us crush it between two stones. Let us throw it in the sea. Kino, the pearl is evil. Let us destroy it before it destroys us. Let's crush it between two stones. Let us throw it back in the sea where it belongs. Kino, it's evil. It is evil. Okay? It is evil. Okay, and then it's evil. And as she spoke, the light came back in Kino's eyes so that they glowed fiercely, and his muscle hardened and his will hardened. And as she spoke, the light came back in Kino's eyes so that they glowed fiercely, and his muscle hardened and his will hardened. Now he said, I will fight this thing. I will win over. We will have our chains. His fist pounded the sleeping match. No one should take our good fortune from us, he said. His eyes softened. And he raised a gentle hand to Juana's shoulder. Believe me, he said, I am a man. And his face grew crafty. Clever as achieving one's aims by indirect or deceitful method. Okay, let me read again. Now he said, I will fight these things, I will win over it. We will have our chains. His fist pounded the sleeping mat. No one shall take our good fortune from us, he said. His eyes softened. Then he raised a gentle hand to Juana's shoulder. Believe me, he said, I am a man, and his face grew crafty. In the morning, we will take our canoe and we will go over the sea and over the mountain to the capital. You and I, we will not be cheated. I am a man. Kino, he said, harkily. Harkily. Harkily, harsh, in a harsh way. I'm afraid a man can be killed. Let us throw the pearl back into the sea. Hush, he said. Hush, hush. What does hush mean? Hush means shh, stop talking. Hush, he said fiercely. I am a man, hush. And she was silent, for his voice was hush, he said fiercely. I am man, hush. And he was silent, and his voice was command. Let us sleep a little, he said. In the first light, we will start. You are not afraid to go with me. No, my husband. His eyes were soft and warm on her. Then his hand touched her cheek. Let us sleep a little, he said. Okay, so this is chapter 4. Today I'm so happy we finished chapter 4. We finished chapter 4. Today we finished chapter 4. Any questions? I'm so glad chapter 4 is done. So we make a great progress today. Chapter 4 is done. So we have already finished more than 50% of this novel. It's a really amazing, story, and also we made amazing progress today. Any questions? Um, okay, now, so much stress when we study, when the family has a difficulties. So I'm going to go with some light things and my favorite love poem, so that we have a little light feeling. So much stress, a lot of stressful thing happen. Kino's cheek was cut from ear to the chin. Okay, so it's very hard. Oh, Mike, the brave 27. Hey, nice to see you. Today we'll talk about we're working on the chapter 4, the pearls by John Steinbeck. And Kino's cheek was cut by some bad people from ear to the chin. Welcome to John. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is the local time? Kino was brave. However, the family had the law. However, the society valued the money. They found a big pearl as big as a seagull egg, but Kino and his family was cheated by the pearl buyer, and everybody want to get something from the pearl. Oh, from US. Welcome to June. Nice to see you. Come in the chat. And have you ever read the Nobel Prize winner's masterpiece, The Pearls um, by John Steinbeck? So just now, the story was very harsh and very emotion. It make people feel with fear. I am a fear of the family was hurt, and also I have not. I will have to. That's fine. I'm going to give you the story. And since you just joined, I almost done with today's session. I'm going to go with the last one or two paragraph in chapter 4. Chapter 4 is done. And you will see how emotionally, how hard people feel. And the cheap people, the rich people, the people with fortune cheat the poor people. And this is one of the theme of the story. Is one of the theme of the story, and the rich people cheat the poor people. Okay, so here I gave you the main theme, exploitation of the poor. And Kino believed the pearl has a great value, but the pearl buyer work together, cheat him. The rich people cheat us, cheat you. Steinbeck show how system of power can be used against ordinary people. And the main theme number 2. Awakening. For the first time, Kino began to realize the world will not be fair. He starts questioning the people and the institution around him. Kino awakened. He thought people cheat him. Theme number 3. Dream and reality. The pearl represent hope. The pearl represent dream and hope. And chapter 4 show how difficult it can be turn dream into reality. You have the dream, it's hard to turn the dream to reality. When powerful people control the rule, they control the rule. And theme number 4, independence. At the end of the chapter, Kino make an important decision. Instead of accepting what others tell him, he chooses to take control his or your own future. A discussion for you. If someone offers you much less than you believe something is worth, will you accept the offer or will take risk seeking a better opportunity elsewhere? Are you going to take the offer with a low price, or are you going to take the risk to seek a better opportunity elsewhere? Comment in the chat. Okay, comment in the chat. Okay, so right now I give you a quick recap for the chapter 4. So, and welcome to join, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Just now is very lots of emotion, and the people cheat Kino gave the low price, and the rich people cheat the poor people, and they set up the rules for us to follow, and the people always poor, and they are always rich. Okay, the rich people are always rich, and the poor people always poor. So, so now I'm gonna give some of the light things with love. My favorite poem, A Red, Red Rose. So I'm going to go with the third one first. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. Oh, I will love thee still, my love, while the sun of life shall run. Okay, let me repeat. Till all the sea gone dry, till all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. Oh, I will love thee still, my dear, while the sun of life shall run. Okay, let me repeat this one. Till all the sea gone dry, till all the sea gone dry, till all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. And I will love thee still, my dear, while the sun of life shall run. And fear thee well, my only love, and fear thee well, my only love, and fear thee well a while, and fear thee well, my only love, and fear thee well a while. And I will come again, my dear, and I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles. Okay, the number 4. And fear thee well, my only love, and fear thee well a while. And I will come again, my dear, though it were 10,000 miles. Before we end, I'm going to recite the poem. Okay, before we are done with today's session. Okay. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from this live stream for the Nobel Prize winner's masterpiece by John Steinbeck? Before we end, I'm going to recite the poem, A Red, Red Rose, my favorite poem by Robert Burns. Oh, my love, like the red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love, like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. As fair art thou, my bonny lass, as so deep in love am I. And I will love thee still, my dear, till all the sea gone dry. Till all the sea gone dry and the rock melt with the sun. And I will love thee still, my dear, while the sun of life shall run. And fear thee well, my only love, and fear thee well, well. And I will come again, my love, though it was 10,000 miles. I got it. It's going to, yes, nice to see you. Welcome to John. And this is for today's live stream. It is a so wonderful story, the prose, so emotion, harsh story, scary, and Kino's the knife cut his cheek from ear to the chin. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, so I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for your support. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is your local time? And don't forget, subscribe, share, comment, and like. Any questions? Okay. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.